Hello, everyone, and welcome to my fully online section of Math 213. While remote instruction may not be an ideal modality for calculus, I have discovered over the last couple of years that you can indeed successfully learn multivariable calculus in a fully online section as long as you are committed and you are willing to spend the time required to do all the work. Now, you'll be spending a lot of time in Canvas. So let me just show you how your Canvas shell for Math 213 works. Okay, so let me share my screen and we'll get going. Okay, so you go to canyons.edu, you know how to get to your Canvas, right? And I will click on my own Canvas dashboard. And the dashboard, of course, shows you all of these shells. Yours will look very different from mine because you are taking different classes. Your Calculus 3 Math 213 shell would look like this one. All right, and just before we get into this, I want to describe what this picture is. It's Sir Isaac Newton, and a little story about Isaac Newton is that when he was an undergraduate student at a rather well-known school in England outside of London, in 1666, a pandemic occurred all over Europe, shutting down schools, universities, and everything else. Sounds familiar? Yes, and so he, with the other students, had to go home. So he went back to the countryside where he grew up. And that year, because he could not attend school, he basically sat down and wrote down some of his thoughts. And those thoughts, summaries of his findings, turned out to be resources for 3 books that he wrote during the pandemic or the epidemic at that time. And one was on optics, another was on universal gravity, and the third one on differential and integral calculus. So what is the moral of the story? Well, the fact is, just because we have a terrible crisis, such as our pandemic, it does not mean that the year is wasted. All right, sometimes something wonderful may come out of something terrible. So let's not write off our years of the pandemic and the crisis yet, okay? Something excellent may just come out of these dark days. All right, so Calculus 3, I am going to click on this, and this is what is going to happen. Now, what is happening here? Okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that I am sharing the right information here. This is my welcome page, and you can click on this face of mine, and that will give you a welcome message. It's a very brief video, and I want you to get familiar with how Canvas works. So I have the orientation module. Some of the key navigation tools are announcements, because I will be sending announcements fairly regularly. And I want you to pay attention to all the announcements I sent out. In fact, you can download a Canvas app on your phone. And every time I send an announcement, you will be able to get an alert that a new announcement has arrived. Okay, we also have the modules page where you will be spending most of your time on. And then, of course, you click on the grades and your grades will be shown. And I will show you some of these pages in a moment. Let's click. By the way, I have other information about myself. If you'd like to read, you can to find more about your instructor. Modules. Okay, so this is the most important, I believe, of all the pages. And so you know, hopefully by now, that each of these blocks, like from here, you can shrink it, and you can extend it, but this one block is called a Canvas module, right? And on my welcome module, I have all these things that you should be able to read. And in fact, you know what? Because this is my view, let me click on the student view, and this is what you will be seeing when you open to the modules page. Okay, right now I only have 2 modules, I believe, the welcome module and chapter 2 module. I will be adding more information as the semester goes on, but the welcome module has these items. All right, the first one takes you back to the welcome page I was showing you, office hours and introductory video, syllabus, and so on. Okay, so I am not going to go over all of these, but let me just share. For instance, the second item here is office hours. Okay, and if you click on that, it'll have my information on my office hours, and there is a Zoom link. My office hours are from Monday through Thursday. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays from 9 to 10 a.m. And if you are not available during these hours, you can write me, and I will be able to set up an individual Zoom call or some other way to contact me. Okay, so let's please do not hesitate to contact me. All right, going back to the modules, I have this introductory video page. And then I have the syllabus. Okay, now the syllabus I am going to go over in the separate video because this is more in depth. Okay, so that is what is going to happen. Now, let me just show you the textbook and the homework system. Your textbook is completely downloadable, and it's OpenStax Calculus 3. And in fact, if you click on this thing here, you will be able to, or this will direct you to the OpenStax site, which is based on Rice at Rice University in Texas, and they have this extensive OER, Open Educational Resources page, and Calculus Volume 3 is what we will be using. Now, I'm not going to show you this, but you can click on this download a PDF, okay, and this will give you over 1,000 pages of the textbook written by a former MIT professor, and it is quite useful. It's a very good book, and you get this free of charge. So this is an excellent opportunity for you. Okay, so let me close this. Now I'll be talking about this My Open Math. By the way, the book comes with exercises, but I am not assigning those exercise problems from the book. Your homework is going to be based on, as you will see in another video on the syllabus, your questions will come from a link to the collections of problems that I have compiled. And that's based on My Open Math, all right? And so I will show you in the separate video how this My Open Math works. And this is really another free resource for you when you get stuck on your homework exercises, all right? So these are the things that will help you out. And let me go back to the modules page, right? So like I said, syllabus, I will give you instructions on separate video, textbook, and homework system, separate video, and then go ahead and read best practices for a 100% online section. This is one document that I have prepared. And then you go to activity 1, which is due on this given date. And then this show your work, SYW stands for show your work for activity 1. So in general, every time you have a test, you'll have a accompanying assignment called show your work for that test. And this is where you show your work. The instruction is very clear. One important thing here, I do not accept photo files. So you can't simply take photos of your work. You can take photos, but then what you have to do is to convert that work into PDF files. Right? I take PDF files. Sometimes photo files do not open very well on Canvas, and so I just accept PDF files. Okay, but I'll give you more instructions in another video. So activity 1 and show your work for activity 1 is due during the first week. And then you will go on to chapter 2. Oh yeah, we skipped chapter 1, by the way. Chapter 1 is actually prep for Calculus 3. So we start on chapter 2, okay? And should I go over what you should do? I probably should, all right? So if you click on by the way, I have a preliminary thing, which is like the basic notation. And so if you click on that, you will see some videos where I explain to you the type of symbols, notation, and language we will be using in Calculus 3. If you click on 2.1, it'll tell you exactly what you should do to study 2.1. Okay, and this process is described in the syllabus, but basically to complete or to study one section, of the textbook means the following. Okay, first you open the page for that section, and you watch part 1, part 2, sometimes part 3, several parts of the lecture videos. As you watch these videos, okay, focus, pay attention as if you were in a classroom. You should take notes as if you were in the classroom, attending these lectures. And one of these parts generally has an embedded quiz. In this particular section, section 2.1, part 2 of the video has an embedded quiz, and basically you can watch the video, and at the quiz point, at the point where the quiz is embedded, the video will stop and you can't proceed until you answer the question. And so this is just so that you can get extra points for watching the video, and this will just give you a quick reminder that these videos are important. All right, and so you watch these videos, and then you complete. I show you a complete lecture notes. This is a PDF file of what I am showing you in these lectures. And then you do your homework. Okay, now let me click on the homework here. This is homework for 2.1. Remember, you are not doing problems from the book. Okay, if you click on this, your homework for this section will appear. Homework for section 2.1. First, I have this preliminary explanation on how to do homework, but basically your homework is going to look like this. This is 13 pages, but mostly you see this is pretty large print. And because the number of pages is usually very large, I do not expect you to actually do your homework on a sheet of paper like this. Okay, you can just take your own sheets of paper and do your work. Make sure you show your work for your assignment, and you work out these problems. And that's what I'm expecting you to do, instead of you printing a bunch of these pages and do your work on those sheets, because that would be an enormous amount of paperwork. Okay, so that's your homework. I'm going to minimize this file. All right, but for every section, your homework is given in this format. Now, you may wonder, this is a kind of a strange format. This is not what you would expect from a book. And you're right. These homework exercises are based on that other system I was showing you called My Open Math, MOM, which is, again, a free platform for you to use. It's not like MyMathLab or WebAssign or Alex, for which you have to pay, right? This is completely free, but that system is really not for you to turn in your work. This is, what I am showing you here is what you have to do. Okay, these problems. And these problems are the same for everybody. So you can work with your classmates, you can work with your friends, and you will be working on the same problem. The problem with the My Open Math is that it individualizes and randomly chooses problems. Okay, so it's computer generated, so everybody's working on different problems, which has an advantage, but it also has disadvantages, because everybody's working on different problems, and you can't help each other and so on. So I am doing this so that you have good collections of problems for these sections. But also, if you get stuck, okay, you can always go to that My Open Math. It's myopenmath.com, and for each problem, there is a similar problem on that platform, many times with a video clip that would help you out. Okay, and that I will show you in another video for My Open Math, but that's what is going to help you as you do your homework. All right, and so hopefully this makes sense, and you will find the My Open Math to be a very helpful, almost invaluable resource. Okay, so the completes note, the homework is here. If you need more help, you can click on that, and this is the key to the homework problems. So let me just open this up for you. You may wonder why I provide keys solutions to all your homework problems. Okay, here you go. All your homework problems are solved. So why not copy this? Well, the reason you don't do that is because you want to learn the stuff, right? And so make sure you work on these problems on your own and use these solutions only to check your answers, all right? If you get stuck, I will try to give you a step-by-step solutions. right, for all these problems. So you can study these, but make sure you put your own effort. And that's really the only way to learn calculus. Okay, so the homework is provided for you, homework solutions provided for you. For additional practice and resources, you check out my Open Math, which I will show you. Okay, so that is pretty much all I want to show you from Canvas itself. Make sure you're familiar with the modules and announcements and the grades as well. Okay, now in another video, I will show you how my Open Math works. I also have another video, I believe, where I will show you some helpful apps you may want to download on your phone. All right. Okay, so be sure to watch the video on, it's going to be a short video on myopenmath.com, and also another video on useful and helpful apps. Okay, so I hope you'll have a great semester, and please do not hesitate to contact me anytime you have questions or concerns. All right, have a great semester, and I will be seeing you later. Take care. Bye.